I remember the night it happened. The night our prince betrayed us. The moon was high, but the village was darker than ever. Not because of the night, but because of what I had just discovered. I was on guard duty at the palace gates, standing with my spear, watching the shadows dance with the wind. The night was quiet, too quiet. Then, I heard voices. Low, urgent whispers. I turned toward the palace wall, stepping carefully, my heart pounding. That's when I saw him. Prince Obesai. Our future king. He wasn't supposed to be outside at this hour. But worse, he wasn't alone. Strange men stood with him, their faces covered, their hands resting on the hilt of swords. Not our village spears. Foreign weapons. The gates will be unguarded at dawn, I heard the prince say. The king will be in his chambers. The guards will be few. You must make it quick. I froze. My own prince was planning to kill his father. I stepped back, but the dry leaves beneath my foot betrayed me. A sharp crack echoed in the silence. The men turned. The prince's eyes locked onto mine. For a moment, everything was still. Then his voice cut through the night. See him. I ran. I ran like my life depended on it, because it did. My lungs burned, my feet barely touched the ground, but I didn't stop. I had to warn the king. A sharp pain shot through my side. I stumbled. Warm blood soaked my fingers as I pressed my hand to my ribs. A knife. They had thrown a knife. The palace doors were closed now. My voice was weak, but I screamed with everything I had left. The prince has betrayed us. The palace guards rushed forward, torches lighting up the night. I collapsed to the ground, but I saw them grab Prince Obesai. He struggled, but there were too many of them. His foreign assassins fled into the darkness, abandoned him like a man drowning in his own greed. Then, a deep, commanding voice rang out. The king. He stood tall, his royal robe flowing behind him, his eyes filled with fury and heartbreak. Is this true, my son? The king asked. Prince Obesai lowered his head. He did not deny it. He knew it was over. The king turned to me. You have saved my life. I could barely keep my eyes open, but I managed to whisper, I only did my duty. I woke up days later in the palace healer's hut, my wound wrapped, my body weak but alive. Outside, the village was alive with whispers. Prince Obesai had been banished, sent far away, never to return. I had saved the kingdom. And though my body carried the scar of that night, my heart carried something else. Honor.